This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont des Arts. What? I know what I saw, Monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enter the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cocorico. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation. It's a viable hypothesis. You're fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that poses the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then he took the long way around. How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I've said is the truth. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See? He admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. You gained a little favour with the jury. Nice. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. Judges would not talk like that. I think that this current judge is pretending to be a judge, replacing the judge that's supposed to be here because he injured him. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. No. This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see Swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan now. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honour, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the hare vs tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It is a shame, but ultimately, an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes, alright. I don't need to hear your moralising. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honour. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand? Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus. He's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me? Huh? Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon? Sorry to bother you, but, this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. Rabbington? A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted or to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. So he was the defender. He was the one I was up against in the first trial. And now he's delivering letters to me? Oh, good, come back. So what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat made with a cut-out newspaper letters. What? I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howe's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right. But why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right? Absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. Have I got anywhere new? I don't think I do. So that's courthouse, that's the prison. I can go to the prison. I'll see if they will allow me to question him about which entrance he used. Although we've proven that that's most likely false from the fisherman. Defense attorney for... I know who you are. I saw you come by earlier, but visiting hours are over. Come back next week. Do you think you could make an exception for us? Okay, I can't visit him again. Surely the defense lawyer would be able to go visit the prisoner outside of visiting hours. Doesn't take any time, so I will check it out. That's strange, I don't see any sign of the flower girl. Yeah, probably because I scared her off last time. So that's all the same. I'm thinking it's one of these 4 places. But I don't have time to go to all 4. That place gave me nothing last time. I think I can only go to 2 of them. That one I'll go to the next day. Although I think I do have more people I could question about. Do I have a reason to go to the library? It is a place I haven't been. I've been to everywhere else, so... Here for a little light reading, are we? No, not quite. Sparrowson, I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poisoned pork. The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? I'll say more modern. I'm not much of a reader, but it's not for squares. I like modern novels. Have you read The Three Musketeers yet? It has heaps of romance, intrigue, and action. You'll love it, Sparrowson. Don't patronise me, Falcon. Of course I've read The Three Musketeers. Despite its contrived narrative turns, I enjoyed the novel's scathing critique of our current socio-political climate. Wow, that's quite an insightful review. Wait a minute, you just memorised that single sentence to sound well read, didn't you? Maybe. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. May as well learn something about the book. I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell me about it? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody? But for those who haven't, I'm not going to sit here and summarise a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur. But what can you tell me about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, if the French translation and published information wasn't a giveaway. I see, thank you. Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Spanish monarchy. You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question it is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contendants are? Wait, a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Can they? Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention. Because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question. Did you catch all of that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're currently interested in a Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. A prince? Juan Querido? Is that what you said, Monsieur? I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain, and I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no one of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. I suspected as much. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? That's all. Don't worry, Monsieur. I think we are done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you good day. At least a visit to the jail will take a day now. But it needs to be done. You again. Visiting hours are over. Come back later. I have no time for your quibbling. Monsieur, stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Alright. No need to break out the legalese on me, however that one said. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson. Learn how to bluff. Senor Falcon. It is so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope? Drop the act, Juan. You fed me a string of lies at our previous meeting, and I don't appreciate having my time wasted. You appear upset, senor. Of course I'm upset. You hired me to defend you, and then made every effort to sabotage your own case. Tell me, what's your real name? Why, senor, it's Juan Querido, of course. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say, Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? You're suspicious. Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. So what's your real name? Hopefully I can ask both. So what's your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label. A vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I'm Juan Quaredo, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Rea, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Is he Renard Volps? You're Renard Volps, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon. I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan, Renard, Monsieur. We're trying to uncover the truth here, of course. So what truth is it that you are attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has a debt these days, Monsieur. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I am saying, Monsieur? I think I do. So he's voluntarily come to prison in place of the girl that actually done the murder. And the person who saw it, who found out about the murder, is the one that ended up dying, that tried to stop the king being murdered. And the king was the one that they said to murder. I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of our allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is a problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. Got nothing else to talk about. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really? I don't feel that we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south, what is that? Some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right. Okay, so I can't talk to Mousy, and I can only go to this place. I can only go to my office. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking, dangerous things to do, I know. Anyway, I realised that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howe consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we all still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. If it contains poison, you'd die. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago. Sparrowson! Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Good. Oh God, thank God. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering, occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill. Well, have to discuss this later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. I've finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you. Monsieur, step forward. Alright, I'll step forward, but it will be the last thing you'll ever see. Oh. River JG Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is night time. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Dame Cataline? I can't believe how easy you were to fall. I put on a courtesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Silence. I shouldn't be surprised. There are no words that excuse the heinous act of putting an innocent man on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catherine.